Yo, bro.
Hey, we are like fun today, our outfits.
Yes.
You're
Yes.
joining in.
I know. Well, I want to tell everybody once again, today's Instagram live show is presented to you by Foco.com. Use Foco.com/JOMBOY and get all your baseball gear. Plouffe, you were wearing your Twins outfit the other day. My Indians shirt looks absolutely awesome, particularly with this hat. My wife was like, now that's an outfit.
Did she say that?
She did. No, seriously. And she's like a big fashion connoisseur. She was like, this one like goes together. You go with the shirt and you go with the hat. Now, here's the only thing. My son is a baseball camp counselor, so he likes to wear the hat to work and gets a lot of comments about it. So I have to make a hat switcheroo.
Okay.
All right. In the
You
meantime,
look
I want to
good.
tell you,
You look good.
thank you. Foco.com/JOMBOY. Use the code word JOMBOY15. You're going to get 15% off your first order. It's got all the baseball gear you're looking for. It's got these kind of cool shirts, regular T-shirts. It's got sliders. It's got hats, straw hats like the Phillies are using whenever they hit home runs. All right, I'm going to get out of frame for a second so you don't see my screwed up hair.
Oh,
And
come
then I'm just putting
on.
on a regular old baseball hat. And let's get going.
I look
What?
like crap. Look at me.
No,
8:30
you
in the
don't.
morning. I've been like making breakfast for my kids.
What'd you make this morning?
I made them oatmeal with blueberries and strawberries.
God, that's too healthy for kids. Your kids are 5 and 3. Have them just eat crap. Let's go. Be like the rest of America.
Okay.
All right. Let's start off. We had a big trade to start off the second half. Chicago Cubs have their for sale sign in their front lawn. Joc Pederson on his way from Chicago to Atlanta to try and help replace the depleted outfield since Ronald Acuna is out the year with a torn ACL. Do you think this is just the start for the Braves in terms of trying to get back in the NL East? Are there more moves to come? Is this enough to help close the gap between themselves and the Mets?
No, no, they need more. I hope they're not done, Chris. I'm not really sure what this signals. Like, obviously, it kind of signals that the Cubs are going to sell and the Braves are going to buy, you'd think. There is still some time. Like, maybe they have Joc and they see how the week goes, I guess, which doesn't seem like much of a plan. So I think they're going to be adding more.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I really don't know who. They're like an average team in pretty much all facets right now. Then you lose Acuna, which is obviously horrible. Never really had Ozuna. I don't know if Joc's enough to do that. So this is probably going to segue into your next question, but you know the Mets are going to add. So,
Yep.
like, you better go do something else.
And by the way, I wouldn't
Whatever.
I wouldn't put it past the Phillies to add too, because I think they're kind of in an interesting position. Here's the thing. It does help a little bit. No one can replace Ronald Acuna in the outfield.
No.
Let's get that very clear. Outside of Acuna, the Braves outfield had combined for 21 homers and an OPS of under 700. Joc at least gives you an OPS of a bit over 700, and he has hit 11 big flies. Now, granted, that's all come against right-handed pitching. We've known his splits with the Dodgers over the years. So he's going to help, but it's not going to be it's not the final piece of the puzzle. And to me, I saw an interesting tweet from Ken Rosenthal who said, hey, if things go south for the Braves out of the gate in the second half and their first 18 games are against teams at least 500, I believe, they could turn around and trade Joc. I don't quite get that, but
That's kind of what I was thinking too. Like, it doesn't seem like that seems like they wouldn't do that. Like, they wouldn't bring in Joc and say, hey, let's see how this week goes. That's a whole, like, I wouldn't trust any front office that relied on 7 games to determine the fate of a season. So I'm hoping they buy more, and I think they will.
All right, well, let's move on because you did mention the Mets. And we know this is not going to be the Cubs' last move. If they're starting with Pederson, more guys are to follow, including Kris Bryant. He's the main position player available on the Chicago Cubs right now. John Heyman is reporting that the Mets are one of many suitors out there, but that the Mets have started to make the most substantial progress in a deal for Bryant. Is that the perfect landing spot for KB?
I mean, you just said it. He fits any freaking team, but it is a good landing spot for him. I mean, he can play the corner positions, whether it's the infield or the outfield.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously he's very valuable to any team. And you give the Mets a huge offensive boost, which is shockingly they're below average in that regard. And if you put him in that lineup, and then we've talked about this before on the show, like that lineup on paper is scary. But everyone is underperforming. All these guys with career OPSs in the 8s are have OPSs in the 6s or the low 7s. So, like, you put Kris Bryant in a lineup with Pete Alonso, you get Lindor going back, you get Conforto coming, you got McNeil showing up again. That's a very long, deep lineup. And like I said, he's so versatile. He can mix and match. You can do a lot of things with him. So if they do that, I think the Mets are signaling like they're going to go for it this year, and that might not be their only move either. So if he goes there, the Mets are going to be like, okay, let's go do this. Let's go get a World Series.
Listen, a few things. The Mets should absolutely go for it, okay? You don't know what other teams are going to do in the offseason. You could put some serious distance between yourself and the rest of the NL East teams, in my opinion. Here's the thing. I don't know exactly where you would play him. I guess you put him at third, right? J.D. Davis has been on rehab assignments. We think he's close. He's a good stick. He's not a good glove over there. Jonathan Villar has played very well for them at times, come up seriously clutch. We heard him at the All-Star game say his favorite outfield position by far is center field. Now, Nimmo's been great. He's been banged up this year, but he's played very well for them. So it's just interesting. A guy like Nimmo might have to end up moving, by the way. If you trade Kris Bryant, maybe he's a piece, plus some younger guys. I don't know if Mauricio ends up going. I don't know if Beatty ends up going. I don't know if it's other guys in their organization. One other team to keep your eye on, the Phillies.
Yeah.
I really believe that the Phillies, they look at the construction of their team. They like their top 3 in the rotation. If they can fix that bullpen and get Kris Bryant, I know they don't have a great farm system at all, but 2 of their top 3 guys are pitchers. So I don't know if that helps the Cubs or not.
Yeah, look, Bryant in that outfield, I'm looking at the outfield right now. Dom Smith has a 710 OPS. Conforto has a 646 OPS. Pilar has a 645. You mentioned Nimmo. He's at 841. Obviously, he's doing pretty well. But, Bryant is a substantially better offensive player than any of those guys.
Yeah. Somebody's just yelling at me, telling stop, Rose. Nimmo isn't going anywhere. Hey, listen, if you get Kris Bryant, somebody's going. You're not getting him for free. I just want to let you know. But, yes, I would tend to agree that I think Nimmo's there to stay. Okay. If you could give a pep talk to any team to jumpstart the second half of the season tonight, it doesn't have to be a bad team. It could be a good team. Who is it, and what are you saying?
I would take the Blue Jays aside and shake them a little bit and say, wake up. Go do something. You're sitting 4.5 back of a wild card. You need to catch either the Rays or the A's right now. So you can't stand pat and just let this season go. Your offense is incredible. Your starting pitching's actually been okay. Maybe you could use some help there, but go get some bullpen help. Go make a run at this thing. You see the talent they have on that field. They have freaking their shortstop, their second baseman, and their first baseman all in the All-Star game. Vladdy won the freaking MVP. This is a damn good team. Go do something. Don't waste these years. These guys are having good years. They're healthy. Let's go. I'm going to shake them, Chris. Just freaking shake them and wake them up a little bit.
All right. You ready for mine? San Francisco Giants. Believe in yourselves.
They believe in themselves.
Don't listen to the morons that have been saying, hey, listen, it's been a great 3 months for you. You don't have what it takes to upend the Dodgers or the Padres in the National League West. That'd be me. So listen, now it's time to listen to Chris Rose.
Oh, my God.
Believe in yourselves. Believe that the veterans are going to continue to carry the torch offensively in the second half. Believe that starting pitching is good enough. And Farhan Zaidi, I know you came and you worked under Billy Beane, and then you worked under Andrew Friedman. That's a lot of prospect talk, and let's let those guys develop, and let's raise them up through the farm system and let them be the future. That's fine. Go make a move for your bullpen. Now, their ERA has been awesome. Okay, they've done a good job. They've gotten outs. What they don't do is they don't have guys that miss bats. And you need guys that miss bats, particularly in September and October. There's a guy on the north side of Chicago who misses bats with the best of them. Go get Craig Kimbrell. You put him out there with Rogers and McGee, and all of a sudden, you got something cooking out there. If you want to upend the champs, and if you want to keep the Padres where they are down in San Diego, go make some moves. Don't listen to that schmuck Rose who's been doubting you all year.
You've been doubting them all year, and guess what? They don't care. They haven't been listening to you or me. Look at them. They're sitting in first place in the toughest division in baseball.
Right. I
They
know.
don't
They've
give
been
a
amazing.
shit what we're saying right now, but I do agree with you. Like, they can add to. All these teams should be adding. We're at a
Yes.
time in baseball right now where the parity isn't necessarily there. So
Yeah.
the good players on these bad teams are going to get moved. You've said this before, and it's probably the only thing that I agree with you on is go early. Like, go get your guy early. Don't wait
Yes.
around for it. Like, be proactive with everything. So I think the Giants could do it. I think they could make moves. They could get some bullpen help. But a lot of teams are looking for that right now. So it's
Oh,
going
I
to be
know, but it's
competitive.
also the easiest way to improve your team. And by the way, somebody in the chat said, so Rose is really yelling at Rose? Absolutely. That's how I rock and roll on a Friday. I put on some of Foco, and all of a sudden I go loco. It's awesome. It's good stuff. All right. Now, if you could give a pep talk to a guy who struggled in the first half to get it going in the second half, who would it be?
I'm not going to give a pep talk. I'm actually going to give you a player I think is going to like make a huge difference.
Okay.
Okay, that's how I interpreted your question.
Fair enough.
Is that okay?
Yeah, but you go with it. I forgot what I wrote. I was just so,
yeah, you didn't
so
write
nutty.
that.
I forgot what I got.
Whatever. I'm talking my boy Yelly. I'm pulling him aside. I would say keep doing your thing. Yes, I know you have almost a 400 OBP. It's sitting at 399 right now, but the 5 homers ain't cutting it. Let's find that power swing. Let's get it going. The boys are rocking. You're in first place. You guys are going to win the division. And then also, Yelly, go talk to the ownership and say, we need to make another move, get another bat in here. Maybe that'll help your power numbers, a little bit more confidence, people around you. But Yelly is going to have a monster second half. Milwaukee's going to run away with this thing. And when it comes to the postseason, we're going to be talking about the Brewers and saying, holy shit, with those 3 guys, they had 3 all-star pitchers, starters.
I know.
When we talk about like World Series teams, we talk about 3 starters. They have it. Yelly, come back, be yourself, hit 20 homers in the second half. Brewers, go get another bat, and then we'll be like talking like World Series or bust.
Okay, it's good stuff. So I had a bunch of good names here thrown out at the chat. Snell, Dansby Swanson, Hector Neris, Lindor, all good choices. I'm going to go with one of the guys on the Cincinnati Reds, a Eugenio Suarez. I have no idea what the hell happened to him the first 3 months of the year. Guy's hitting $175, 628 OPS. Do you know what his WAR is?
I don't want to guess.
It is minus 1.3.
Whoa.
I'm not laughing at him. I can't, but I've never seen a WAR that's been that bad, particularly for a guy who's been a good player. In recent years, now last year, I think it was 0.4, but 2020 season, I don't chalk that up for stats, particularly WAR a year ago. But in 2017, 18, and 19, 3.7, 4.2, 4.5. Eugenio, let's go, dude. I think he feels like he found something. He had a big game-winning homer against Hader last weekend in Milwaukee. Some people are saying that he feels like maybe that helped him turn the corner. I don't know. He's had 4 days off, since Sunday. So we'll see. But he's a guy, and the Reds aren't going anywhere. 2 all-star outfielders. I think their pitching staff starting to round into shape. They obviously need to improve the bullpen, which was terrible for the most part in the first half. But this lineup is really good. It can be great if Suarez is Suarez.
You think they have enough to catch the Brewers? The Brewers are going to go get somebody.
I agree with you. But once again, I think the Reds, if they revamp that bullpen, and if they get a guy like Suarez to add another solid stick into that lineup, all of a sudden you're talking like they got a shot. I seriously believe that they do.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Last one. They're auctioning off all game-worn jerseys from the All-Star game. They're autographed as well. Guys like Tatis, it's gone for like a little over $3,000 on an MLB auction site, which is great, raising money for MLB charities. Shohei Ohtani's, as of last night when I checked, was over $111,000. I mean, he's just lapping the field here. What is the most important either jersey or piece of baseball memorabilia you have in your man cave?
Oh, you changed that question too, but I'll give you a new answer.
I said, what's the coolest jersey you got hanging in your man cave?
Yeah, then you just said or piece of memorabilia because those are 2 different things, Chris.
Okay, well, then we're changing on the fly.
Listen, that's fine. I'm ready, baby. Hey, Ohtani, do these people know this is not a game-used jersey? This is just a jersey that they signed. Seems crazy to me that, like, A jersey signed by Ohtani is going to go for 100 and
I thought
or more.
the
There's
wore
5
the
days
All-Star
left in the
game.
auction. It could end up at $200,000.
Man, that's crazy. All right.
So it's not even game used. So maybe people think it's game used, but I read the little like description. They said not game used. Anyways,
Game used.
I'm gonna give you two. Favorite jersey that I have. Not one of the bigger names, but to me it's the biggest name. Paul Konerko.
Okay.
I brought it out for
nice.
you.
What's it say?
So that's the cool part. I respect this guy. I love watching this guy play. Right.
Wait, hold on. What does it?
I'm gonna
say
tell you what it says.
Okay. Easy.
So it says, Trevor, I respect the way you play the game. All the best, Paul Konerko. Now, that meant so much to me because Paul Konerko was like my guy. Like watching him play, like playing against him.
Right.
I respected the hell out of the way he played the game. Just showed up to work, hit the crap out of the ball, was always really polite, just like even keel. So for him to say that to me was really cool. So that's my favorite jersey that I have.
Okay.
Favorite piece of memorabilia, I have a Joe Mauer Gold Glove, catcher's glove. It's badass.
What?
Yeah.
All right.
I traded in one of my gloves. He gave me that, and it's awesome. It's like the nicest catcher's glove you're ever gonna find. It's got the gold labels on it. Joe Mauer's from the year that he stopped catching, so like it's one of the last gloves he ever used.
Oh my God.
Pretty good.
That's freaking awesome. All right, you ready to see mine?
What do you got?
You see that?
That Willie Mays?
That is Willie Mays. So he came on Best Damn many years ago, and he brought Willie Mays jerseys. He signed the front of it, and I was like, really wish you had signed the back. But it's been sitting in there. I've been in this house for a year and a half, and I still haven't found a place to hang it.
Wait, so that is signed on the front, but you put the 24 up in the back?
Yes, and I think I either need to get one of those that could hang from the middle of the room and just rotate around, where it's clear on both sides, or I need to change it, which is probably the easier thing to do.
Probably.
Yeah.
Hey, I also have a Mike Trout signed bat. That's pretty badass.
That's good. Oh, you want to see my best piece of memorabilia though in sports?
Yeah, let's go. This is like
right.
a Pawn Stars.
Show and tell. All right, this thing's pretty amazing. Do you know what this is?
It sure looks like a hockey stick.
It is.
Okay.
It is signed by the 1980 U.S. Olympic hockey team.
Is that
That is the gold medal winning, that upset the Russians in the semis.
Oh, see, okay. That's what I was going to say.
I know you're too young to know that, but that is an important piece of sports history in this country. Go watch the movie. Did you ever see the movie Miracle? Oh, Christ. Come on.
I haven't. I mean, I know what the movie is. I know, there's, some memes from it.
Will you do me a favor? I'm going to give you a homework assignment.
No.
Yes. Watch the movie Miracle. You will be amazed.
Maybe I've seen it. I'll have to go back and remember.
You're a smart guy. You're 35. You're not 12. You should know about this story.
I know the story, Chris. It was a bunch of amateurs that went out and beat the Russian hockey team.
Yeah.
It's like Mighty Ducks, but in real life.
Oh my God. That's it.
That's the same story.
What? You just compared the Mighty Ducks to one of the top 5 moments in sports history in this country.
I'm just saying, I'm sure Mighty Ducks was inspired by this.
Do you believe in
Not
miracles?
The other way around, obviously.
Yes. Oh my gosh. It'll be a miracle if you actually go watch the movie Miracle anytime soon.
Now you got me in trouble. Go hockey. Let's go.
All right. What do you have coming up on JOMBOY Media?
We got Talking Baseball right now. We're going to do a bunch of crazy stuff on it. Recap the Denver trip. We're going to talk about some second half stuff. I don't know, man. Then it's the weekend.
Okay.
What you got?
So I am we still have that fun trade show, which created a lot of controversy last night when we released it. It's Jimmy, it's Jake, it's Ashlyn. We all draft people. It's a fantasy draft of players we think are going to get traded. And unfortunately, none of us drafted Joc Pederson. I don't know why one of us didn't do that, but that was a dumb move. So we're already 0 for 1, but there's plenty more trades still to come, so we're going to be keeping score. Then tomorrow I am taping a podcast with Tyler Glasnow and Brett Phillips. That will come out on Monday, which is going to be a lot of fun. So there you go. Okay?
I love that. You know, I can't believe you guys filmed that episode after the Home Run Derby.
It's hard to tell. It's hard.
I was a little tipsy.
You were. All I can tell you is I'm happy we weren't tested for any sort of substances prior to taping that podcast, because it was a little bit all over the place. You know,
I love that. And then Ashland's in it too, so that's going to be hilarious.
It was very funny. Let's just say that the Atlanta Braves have a brand new team, and the person that does the names on the back of the jerseys is going to be very busy if Ashland is correct with a lot of her choices.
I'd rather watch that than the Miracle.
It's not called The Miracle. It's just called Miracle.
Miracle.
No article in front of it. Just Miracle. I got to tell you, I love you. You're a great dude. This knocked you down a half notch in my book. Really?
Maybe I've seen it, though. I might have seen it then, like just back in the day.
Hey, dude, I could take all the old jokes, the out-of-shape jokes, the you're not an athlete joke. Now you're like, yeah, Mighty Ducks. It's like Mighty Ducks. Miracle.
I didn't mean it like that, but I get it. I'll watch it for you, okay? Shit.
All right, listen, everybody have an amazing weekend. Enjoy your baseball. Keep consuming JOMBOY. We appreciate it. Also, it's foco.com/JOMBOY. Use the keyword JOMBOY15 to get 15% off your first order for awesome shirts. We have the big straw hat. We've got T-shirts. We got cutoff. We've got slides. We got whatever you need for every baseball fan out there. All right, everybody have an amazing weekend. Don't forget to watch Miracle, okay? It's awesome.
Watch book report or movie report coming on Monday.
I want a full movie report. You're going to thank me then, okay?
All right.
See you, everybody.